Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, I wanted to talk about why you need to know one programming language 100%. Let's get into it. So the reason why you need to learn a programming language 100%, basically max out all stats on this, is because when it comes to challenges, when it comes to questions, when it comes to any sort of barrier or blockage that you come across, you can use that OP programming language to get over it and then transfer it to the language you need to know. So what I mean by this, for example, at my job, there are a lot of JavaScript and API, manipulation and C sharp type of problems that I have to do. And being able to, for example, my main programming 100% maxed out language is C++. So when I'm thinking and reading all of these languages that I don't know, that I don't work with on a daily basis, I could use my C++ knowledge as a reference to when I move over to C sharp, for example. So when I'm doing for loops, when I'm doing, manipulation, I know that it's just a matter of syntax. I know that once I get the data through JSON, I can go ahead and iterate over it and get what I need from it using a parser or something like that. I just got to find out, hey, C sharp uses this type of parser. JavaScript uses this type of parser. Oh, I can input the JSON through a string and then do it. Oh, that's how I do it. And man, this is what I want to get over is like, if you don't max out, if you haven't done it in your main, thinking language, you'll be stuck for a while. You'll have to relearn all these concepts, and it makes it even longer and harder to solve your solution and problem that you're trying to solve. And I wanted to let you know, man, and give you guys a heads up like, hey, max out your thinking programming language. It doesn't have to be C++, but like, the one that you enjoy, the one that you think about, the one that when you open up LeetCode or a problem, you're like, hey, I could easily do this in Python, or hey, I could easily do this in C++ because I know what to do. I can write for loops in my brain, in like 2 seconds. I'm not worried about syntax. I'm not worried about, hey, is there a semicolon? Hey, I'm not worried about, quotation marks or how does this work behind the scenes? Does this even compile? You're not thinking about any of that stuff. You're just thinking about the major problem at hand. And that's what's important. At these jobs, they don't care if if you know about C++ compiler situations under the hood. They want you to solve an issue. They want you to implement some technology. And if you've done the internal work, if you've done the work behind the scenes, if you learned your main language 100%, then everything's going to be easier. You'll have a reference. You could get things done faster. And I wanted to provide you guys with this idea because most of the time in the schools and colleges, you learn just about everything about something random, little bits and pieces here or there. Hey, this is how you do something in JavaScript. Hey, oh, we're going to be using assembly here. Learn how to, read this. But what I say to you is take a personal inventory of language that you want to know, like, hey, this is a sword I'm going to use for all these boss fights and learn every single detail about it. Buy a book about it or, go through a course or, learn something about that language that you want to main, choose your main, in League and all these video games. Like if you're going to main, for example, in Apex, if you're going to be a Gibby main, you need to know how to bubble. You need to know how to, melee and get people out the bubble. There's skill caps, there's high skill caps. And, even in League, if you're a Draven main, you gotta know how to catch the axes. You gotta know how to manipulate the axes, and all that sort of thing. Even in Tetris, everybody's main is something. You need to main something in programming. And brothers, this is the message of the day. This is the message in this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my website. I got a bunch of information on data structures on there. And I'm about to be putting out a course. And I'm about to be putting out a handbook to help you, secure an internship and, give you some knowledge that's not really seen on the YouTube. That's not really, just put out there in the open. And boys, like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.